Tonight, a Cobra E Racing series here from tonight. We're at Mid Ohio. I believe it's our first road course of the year for this from season four. And like I said, tonight we're going to have the Xfinity guys and the Cup boys racing Xfinity or Mid Ohio, and I believe the truck guys are going to be coming to you from Canadian Tire, so a little different road course, but yet alone still a road course here for everybody tonight. So, but once again, I am joined again in the booth with my partner here, broadcaster Clay, the guy that brings you all the play-by-play, most of the exciting action he does. So, welcome here, Clay. Welcome back.
Good Friday evening to everyone out there in the YouTube land and over on my Twitch at twitch.tv/broadcasterclay. Welcome into the booth tonight. I'm alongside the league owner of the Cobra E Racing Series, GTR Butters, tonight. And as he mentioned, we are headed off to Mid-Ohio tonight. It's our first road course race of the season, and it's going to be a fun one tonight. Road courses are always fun. We'll see how spread out the field gets. There's some road course ringers all throughout this league. Actually, feels like most of the people in this league live and breathe road course. So it's going to be interesting to see what everyone comes up with tonight as far as how they race. But let's kind of take a step back to 2 weeks ago. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, but I want to jump back a couple weeks ago. Since we're starting with the Xfinity guys, who can forget the insanity that was the Phoenix Xfinity race that saw Private Pat dominate a majority of the race? Hamilton had a strong car, and Masopes had a strong car. At the end, after multiple cautions at the end of this one, Masopes would come through in a green-white checkered to score his second win in the Cobra E Racing Series, his first dating back to Season 1. This is Season 4, the Cobra E Racing Series. But he comes away with a victory, and he's looking to go back-to-back here tonight. As far as, the point standings, let me pull these up real quick. So Hamilton is your points leader. He has a 16-point lead over his teammate there in Private Patton. And their teammate, Mo Pawanuka, is 25 points below Patton there in third. WRX Mike finds himself fourth in the points, 1 point behind Nuka. And then another point down is Bad Guy. So 4 of the top 5 spots and points belongs to Litzum. Lost in the Sauce Motorsports for our friend Long Live the Sauce over there. It's Cope, a.k.a. Braves, running in position 6. Jose Protege, 7th in points. The 403 Mills is a guy we're going to talk about a lot tonight. He is holed up in the 8th spot in points. GTR Jacob finds himself in the playoff hunt after being left out last week, so good points day for that 98 over at Black Bear Racing. The final guy in the playoffs right now, Don't Want None, over at Gas. That's your top 10 and current playoff field over in Xfinity. Over to you, Butters. What you got?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here, this road course. What do you guys? It's going to be. We got, like you said a little bit earlier, Clay. We used to have these road courses. You'd have a couple guys, 2, 3 guys that are really into it. But now, like I said, the addition of some of the new guys we got this year, and we got a few really good road course drivers here, both in the Xfinity and the Cup. So it's going to be interesting here if the guys like. Jose and let me think of another strong guy that's usually road course at Xfinity. But
well, I can roll through a bunch of them for you. Patton, Hamilton, Mills, Masopes. These guys are all just fantastic at road courses.
Fantastic. And I was just like, as being like for Jose being a veteran here, to see how he's going to stack up here with these new guys. The guys you all listed are pretty much all new this year to the league, and even going back to the Cup side, you got the guys like Picola and Sauce isn't bad, but we're going to see how they stack up with the guys like Heredia and Elite Precision and Cyber that we all call them. It's going to be interesting how the veterans are going to stack up with these new guys, these newcomers coming into the league on these road courses.
Yes, sir, and it appears that everyone in the Xfinity field will be showing up tonight, as there are no hot seats that I am aware of unless the captains have something last minute. as all of the Xfinity teams stayed the same. We did have a small waiver period. A couple moves were made. But again, we got that rule in place where, as far as truck drivers, they have to make at least two starts in the truck series before they can be elevated. The next time anyone new can be elevated is next week. And so a guy that I'll be intrigued to see where he lands is JoJo. He had a really strong run there at Iowa, and we'll see what he can do at Canadian Tire later on tonight in the Truck Series. But that's a name I expect to be hot on the waiver wire to potentially jump up to Xfinity or Cup.
Yeah, for sure. He would be the next big name that I believe is going to draw some attention to the next week's waiver wire. So, yeah, looking forward to him to be going to a team here next week, and probably seeing him driving Xfinity next week and coming up. So, yeah, like I said, Clay, he's probably the next hot shoe that everybody's got their eyes on.
So, as far as I'm aware, they should be in qualifying right now, as the race is set to go green at 8:10. It is currently 8:07 here on the East Coast. So, we're excited to get this one going.
Yeah, for sure. I'm waiting. It's going to be exciting here. I believe we're going to have, I believe, in the past you get a couple guys up front you can kind of take over the race, but I think we're going to have, a good 5, 6 guys possibly running up front here. So a typical road course where guys get too spread out and is just kind of page through the camera shots to catch a little action from each driver. I think we're going to have some battles here on the track.
I'd love to have some battles because, as it stands, road courses are fun and they're very technical, but they do tend to get spread out, especially on this game. But I think we might be in for some action here tonight. There is an important thing to note is we will not have damage on or cautions. There is no rule. Here's the official statement from the admin panel tonight. It says, for tonight at Mid-Ohio, there is no rule against using the Turn 1 pit cut. However, you must be mindful of cars coming off pit road when doing so. We all should have a level of awareness for this, and any incidents will be reviewed. For all races tonight, be aware that you must keep 2 tires on the track/rumble strip when making turns. Cutting the track to gain position or time is prohibited. However, we do understand that you may mess up once or twice, and that's okay. But consistent cutting of the course will result in a penalty. Lastly, as stated in the rules channel, cautions and damage are off for road courses. Be mindful and know that the race won't be won on the first lap, much less the first few turns. Use your brakes appropriately.
And there you have it. Right,
so there you go.
Words of the admin board, yeah. So it's going to be a little bit of we are guys at the admins. We understand. The guys are going to cut. Everybody tries to do it, but if it's once or twice, and we all understand that. But if it's deemed that we find you doing it lap after lap after lap, you might be getting called to the old hauler after the racers. So, but yeah.
So, I can already see one hot seat, which is not even really a hot seat. Sauce is going to be filling in for bad guy tonight in the number 8.
Oh, wow. Are we able to join?
I cannot tell who is on pole, but it's GTR Jacob qualifying second. Masopes is third. Don't know who's fourth. Sauce is fifth. Jose will be starting at the back. The pole goes to Hamilton. Hamilton is on pole for tonight.
Did you get the green light yet?
Not yet. Yep, we're good. We are set.
Yep, I'm just loading up now.
So indeed, Hamilton is on pole. It's GTR Jacob second. Third belongs to Masopes. Fourth, real quick, is Marini. And fifth belongs to Monster, actually. Bad Guy is in the race, so I misspoke there. Sauce was in there with with an 8 car, so I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, I got you. So yeah, one of the guys I missed about being a veteran road course guy is Marini. I forget about Marini. I don't mean to, but sometimes I overlook him. But yeah, he's a very veteran, wise, good road course runner too. So yeah, here we go as we're picking up the action here as they come down through the first set of turns here. We're going down the straightaway.
Yep, Hamilton takes it down here into the wide sweeping turn number 1 as a lot of contact being made there in the back half of the field, but it's Hamilton that's off and running. Yeah, Hamilton is he's really known for his road course racing. That's where his strength is. Yeah. See Nike Boy out there in the chat.
Yep.
Good to see you, sir. As I see the 6 of Mills going off there. Not a great start for that number 6. Might be a little bit too loose or tight, or he just perhaps overshot the corner.
Yeah, don't look over JT or Jacob here tonight. I think he runs Mid-Ohio pretty strong, and I look forward to seeing him have a good finish here.
One of the things that I'm going to be watching as the night goes on, just in a general sense, how do these GTR guys stack up? Because I know that the GTR guys are very strong on road courses. But how do some of these new guys into the league fare against these GTR guys? GTR's been known to dominate these road courses. P. Cole at Road America looking like GTR Jacob here, as he's kind of still there in the tire tracks of Hamilton. But curious to see what these newcomers and some others in this league can do with the GTR guys.
Yeah, they're all pretty solid except one, and that'd be me. So, yeah, you got Jose out there. And then, like I said, then you get into the Cup side, you're going to have Picola, Sauce, Taddy, which he is not going to make it tonight. He had some come
Hamilton went off there in turn, I believe that was turn number 1, and he has lost a number of spots. He is back outside the top 5 as he battles Marini for 5th.
So that puts GTR Jacob as your leader. And now, yeah. So he's got the lead over the second place car of Masopes. Got a little bit of a gap there, and then a little bit of tight battle there between second, third, and fourth. So it looks like that 2 already is just going to make the pass on Soap. So there's your. That's not Heredia, is it? No.
No, that's the 22 of WRX Mike.
My bad. I'm sorry. Wrong league or wrong series. I thought it was the 2 car, so my bad. So WRX Mike moves up into that second spot.
Be curious to check out this battle for third. Masopes and Patton going at it here. This is the home race for Private Patton. He is a native of Toledo, Ohio, I do believe, and he'll have to correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I believe he's a native of Toledo, Ohio. So a home race for Private Patton. Curious to see if he can take home his home racetrack, get his 2nd win of the season.
Very interesting facts you throw out every week, Clay. I learn so much each week because you're knowing what these guys' home tracks are and stuff. So it's always pretty cool to hear you bring that up in the races. I would have no clue that this is where Private Patton is from, so it's kind of neat.
Yes, he is from Toledo. Got that confirmation there. See Sauce out there in the chat saying, "We live." Who else is out there in the chat? Dinkate out there saying Hamilton is going to win. Well, he didn't have the start to the race he was looking for. He is back in position number 5 at this point as he got around Marini for 5th. But he missed, I believe it was turn 1 there on the second lap of the race. So he's back in position number 5 as of right now. Kind of taking a peek. Who else? He also says, Dinkate says he's going to win Canadian Tire. That is your home track, Dinkate. Canadian Tire is Dinkate's home track. So we'll see if you can get that done. Oh, WRX Mike goes around there off of that right-hander in turn 3, and he has lost a number of spots. Big trouble there for that 22.
So that puts Jacob out there in a little bigger lead now. So it seems like the guys that are in second place are having a little struggle, or a couple guys up front at least have had a couple misfortunes here to start the race. So, and I believe that 98 of GTR Jacob is capitalizing on it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching this battle that was for third, that is now for second, between Masopes and Patton. Man, these two are going at it.
Yeah, so it's intriguing. It's one of the battles that we were talking about, or the battles that we were thinking we'd be seeing here tonight. So yeah, we're riding around with Soaps right now. He puts a little distance, but now he got the battle between the 1 and the 7.
Yes, the 1 gets actually around the 7 of Patton, and now he's going to look for it on Masopes. These guys are aggressive into that left-hander. That left-hander, one of the toughest turns in NASCAR Heat 5. I know myself, I struggle with that turn heavily, but those guys going at it in that turn.
Yeah, they're beating and banging out there. They've been going side by side here for at least a couple turns here, so they're definitely leaning on each other here through the corners a little bit, but it looks like the one's going to finally clear him.
Yeah, so the 1 rebounding rather nicely here after that second lap incident where it looks like he just simply missed turn number 1 here.
That 08 hasn't given up. He's still pushing pretty hard with the 7 there, right there also. So don't forget
Just trying to get an idea of
20, the Marini right there in 4th, so you don't want to snooze too much on that number 20 car.
Yeah, Marini, one of the classic road racers in this field, as Masopes has some issues there in turn number 1, and it's going to be Marini jumping to the right side of Masopes here, trying to get that inside track into turn number 3. If they're going to be side by side into this turn, some contact there. Masopes kind of compromises Marini's line, and so he's going to try and hold off Marini there, despite Marini getting into the corner a little bit better, perhaps. Although it looks like Masopes kind of outbraked him a little bit. But, these are pretty much the players I expected to be up here at this point. Now, GTR Jacob, I don't know, I guess he just slipped my mind, but it's smooth sailing for that 98 right now as he works off of the corner before you hit pit road. I apologize, I don't remember how many turns are here at Mid-Ohio, but he's going to lead another lap.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of going through the field right now, just kind of checking out some of the other guys racing here. It looks like that number 19 of Don't Want None, 7 of Chewy, and the 8 of Bad Guy they're all in their own little battle here. I'm not sure for what place or position they're in for, but these 3 guys are definitely battling each other here.
Okay, so I've got a track map pulled up now. So you got GTR Jacob here sitting with the lead. He's heading down into what is actually turn number 4, and then he'll head up into turn 5, which I think turn 5 is the hardest turn in this track because it's an uphill and to the left as he takes that right-hander to turn 6, and another left-hander here at turn 7, Turn 8 right here is a right-hander. Turn 9 is a heavy, hard-braking right-hander. And then another right-hand turn is turn 10. And then this left-hander is number 11. And then 12 is the carousel right here, right before pit road. And the final corner is lucky number 13 for GTR Jacob right now as he works off that 13th turn and back to the straightaway. Front straightaway as he will dive down into turn number 1 right here. And then at the end of this long straightaway, which is one of the longest straightaways in NASCAR, he is going to hit turn number 2, which is known as the keyhole turn. So there's a little bit of some track knowledge there, Butters.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, buddy. I was just... Okay. I was looking for a stream to get in touch with, so... Yeah, so as I'm getting back live here, I'm back up here. We're riding along with the leader again a little bit, GTR Jacob. He's got a little bit of gap, but I believe that number 1 of Hamilton is making up ground. So is that 7 of Patton. So
couple cars on pit road. The 6 of Mills was on pit road. The 16 of Monster currently sits on pit road right now, as Hamilton is catching GTR Jacob here as they just got out of the S's and now they're going to work into the carousel here as Patton dives into the carousel rather hard. It's the 1 and 7. Oh, 98 gets off track there, and the lead will shift hands to the 1 of Hamilton. Patton is through for position 2, and GTR Jacob falls to position 3. Jacob getting really loose off the carousel in turn 12.
You have any idea what we got for laps left?
Let's see. I know Patton is going to have to pit this time.
Yeah, because I'm just seeing fuel lights on and stuff. So I was just obviously these guys are gonna have to pit this first stage. So yeah, we see the number 1 of Hamilton has got that lead with number 7. Patton are closely behind, but like I said, they're gonna be coming in for pit stops here. So it's gonna be interesting to see guys like Jose and the guys that I don't know why Jose's running 9th, and I don't know if he was just not pushing as hard to see if he's going to get a little more laps. Maybe he's got some strategy going on here, but yeah, it's going to be interesting how all these guys are going to cycle through pit stops here.
Yeah, I expect them to come in this time by, and Hamilton will not go to pit road. They're going to stay out. I'm surprised. I didn't think they could make it. Unless this is the stage right here. It may just be the stage. It is the stage.
Oh, so they did.
Hamilton wins stage 1 at Ohio. Mid-Ohio, that is. Private Patton is going to finish 2nd. GTR Jacob 3rd. Marini 4th. Masopes goes 5th. And we will await the remainder of the top 10. Terrell the Phantom is number 6. 7th belongs to Mopawa Cat. Jose goes 8th. WRX Mike is 9th. And Don't Want None is 10th. '11th is Mopawa Nuka. 12th is Cope. 13th is Just Ken. Robbie Racing, a surprising 14th place in stage number 1. And some more results there at the end. This is a full 20-car field. All of our Xfinity guys showing up tonight.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's kind of, like road racing. A lot of guys, road course racing. Some guys decide to take a night off because it's not their cup of tea. But man, to be able to fill the full 20-car field with these guys here is another reason. It's pretty exciting.
Actually, no, we're missing someone. I don't know who, but there's 19 in the field. But it's Hamilton that's going to lead us back to the green flag here for stage number 2 at Mid-Ohio.
Here we go. They got the green flag.
So they're going to cut turn 1 here a little bit. Masop's trying to get an aggressive move there As let's get this view looking back on the pack here, side by side, Hamilton and Patton headed down into turn 2. Marini tries to outbrake Patton. Little bit of contact there that's going to create a checkup as Robbie Racing's off in the back there. But it's Hamilton who gets away with the lead here as they are going to hit the third turn here. It's a small third turn, and they're going to head here for the hard-braking right-hander of turn 4. As Mo Powakat's going to get into the side of Masopes a little bit. That's going to really stack the back of the middle of the field right there up. Let's get back to this battle here. GTR Jacob really shuffled back there on that restart as Masopes is trying to hold off a newcomer to the top 5, Jose Protege, sitting back here. But it's still the 1 and the 7 up front.
Yeah, they got 9 laps at this stage here, so they got 9 laps to get it done here. Gain as much room as they can, or as many position and points as they can. But yeah, that number 54 Toyota of Jose Protege has worked himself up into that 4th spot. So he's one of those veteran road racers, as he's going to get around Masopes to get that 3rd spot. Yeah, he's pushing it pretty hard here. So yeah, look for that 54 to see if he can catch that 7 and 1. But Masopes ain't done yet. He's battling back.
Well, I've figured out who our one missing is. That would be GTR Beatty, who I am surprised is not racing right now. He is the one missing driver from Venom Racing in that number 0 Chevy. But we do have our other remaining 19 cars out on track right now.
Yeah,
but it's Hamilton that has that lead.
He's slated to run the Cup race too tonight for Venom. So I don't know if he just decided to sit this one out, so he just had one run tonight, or what was his plans. But yeah, you are right. It looks like that number 9, Mopar Nuka, spun around in the grass there.
See, let me catch up to that 9 real quick. It looks like he's gone around at some point there as he's fallen behind the remainder of the field, as we got a big wreck. As the bad guy has gone around, it's going to catch up just Ken a little bit, but everyone else finds some way to get past him. Wow. I don't know how they missed that, but we've got a battle that's picking up here for the race lead. Hamilton had some issues go on there. I don't know if it was in the carousel. Looks like it was in the carousel. Patton just getting through that carousel much stronger than Hamilton, as they're going to work their way here into turn number 2. See if Hamilton can pull away.
Mills lost a few spots there. He got turned around there coming off one of the turns. I know he was kind of caught on the grass a little bit, and I think it slowed him up enough that somebody got in the back of him. I don't think it was on purpose, but someone got in the back of him and spun him out.
I don't know what happened to that 98 of GTR Jacob, but he has fallen so far back that he is back behind Robbie now, as Robbie gets out of sorts. And that left-hander of turn 5, I'm telling you, is one of the hardest turns in this game. It is so easy to get too loose and spun around there. We did have a change for position number 3. Marini elevates himself up past Jose Protege there. So put that 20 up into position number 3. We'll see if he can run down these Team Litsum guys for positions 1 and 2. It's Hamilton in that 1 car looking for his first win in the Cobra E-Racing Series. In general, he's a rookie to the league this year. Behind him is another teammate of his, another rookie, and that's the 7 of Private Patton. Private Patton, of course, has already found victory lane. It was the 7 finishing ahead of the 1. And these two were up front all race last week at Phoenix. That's Hamilton's home racetrack. And neither of them were able to come away with the win. It would be Masopes coming away with the win late. But Patton had the best car. And these are also your top 2 in points. And so, No surprise to see these two out in front. Patton was about to rip away the home win from Hamilton. Now can Hamilton return the favor and steal the home win away from Patton?
Yeah, it's definitely shaping up to be an interesting battle. As we're riding around here with the number 7 of Private Patton here. So take you a lap around with these two guys, see what it takes to be running up front here in Mid-Ohio.
Oh, man. Patton gets a huge run. Oh, he's going to cut him off into the grass. Wow. Patton's like, ooh, let's take it easy here a little bit, teammate. Let's relax. We have a huge lead. Let's not dice it up just yet. It is very early in this race. A veteran-type move from Private Patton. You know what? These two guys are rookies in the Cobra E Racing Series, but they're not rookies to league racing. They've been league racing for a long, long time. Patton, of course, runs his own league, so, you know, these two guys, we call them rookies because they've not raced with us before, but you know what? They're not really rookies if you know them. They're not rookies at all.
They're far from rookies. That is certainly facts there. So now he looks like, I don't know, Patton's struggling a little bit, or if he's just toning her down, but it's got a little bit of a gap there now between him and Hamilton. But it looks like,
it's
this part of the
little
track,
of both.
he really, I mean, right there, I mean, he really is a lot better through there than Hamilton is. That's where he makes up a lot of his ground. He's just taking a little bit to actually get around him, find a way to get around him.
I swear, I think Patton is a little bit, he's got a setup in there right now that appears to be just a little bit looser than Hamilton's. And so in the tighter turns, Patton is a little faster, although it looks like Hamilton had a great run there through turn 2. But look at the run off the corner that Patton is going to have. What will they do heading into this hard braking zone of turn number 4? It's going to be Patton taking the outside lane. He gives Hamilton the inside lane. Going to try a switchback here perhaps into this left-hander of turn 5. Don't recommend making a move there, but Patton thought about it for a second, but they get through this right-hander in turn 6. Now into the S's of turn 7, 8, and 9. Patton, he gets to that right rear quarter panel and can't quite get inside. But they're headed for the carousel here. It's turn 11 that they're in right now. Now they're off into turn 12. Patton's been so strong on this end of the racetrack. Can he take it to the inside of the 1? No, not quite. They're going to dice it up here as they exit and head for the straight away, the start-finish line. Let me catch some action here towards the back of the field. Masopes has gone off at the exit to turn 13. That 08 has dropped a number of spots. He's lost a spot to Terrell. He's lost a spot to Jose. He's lost a spot to Jacob. And he just lost another spot to WRX Mike. So that 08 finding it tough sledding here right now at this point in time. Your current top 5 on the racetrack is the one of Hamilton as the 54 of Jose has gone around in turn 2.
Oh, he got up on the turtles, what do they call them? The curb.
The curb.
He kind of cut her a little too short there, and it kind of hooked him and spun him right around.
Let's check this, man. Terrell awfully close to cutting that right-hander of turn 4, but I believe he just made it inside there. But your current top 5 on the racetrack, you've got the one of Hamilton with the race lead right now. He leads over his teammate. It's the 7 of Private Patton in position number 2. Position number 3 belongs to the 20 of Marini. Position number 4 belongs to the 4 of Terrell de Phantom. In position number 5, and it's an ongoing battle for position 4, but the current 5th place driver and now 4th place driver is the 22 of WRX Mike. Masop's going to go on by Terrell for 5th as well. Big time battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. But Mike, a great run off of that final turn is going to have him pretty well and clear ahead for 4th. Masopes has rebounded up to 5th. 6th goes to Terrell de Phantom right now. 7th is, I do believe, the 54 of Jose Protege, gathering it back up there in position number 7. Position 8 is the 21 of Mopawa Cat, trying to see where he is at. Let me scroll over to him real quick. Yeah, he is in position number 8, and let me see. Let me try and gather up who's in position 9 and 10 right now. Who is that? They are way back there. I'm trying to get a look here. Let's see. Who is that back there? I believe position 9 is Chewy, and Don't Want None is position number 10.
We gotta be coming.
So there's your top
the
10.
End of this, stage here. This might be the last lap that these guys are on.
No, it is not. Yes, it is last lap. Patton goes by for the first spot. Issues for Hamilton there out of turn number 1 here into the hard braking zone of turn 2. Patton has the better line though. I don't know what happened to the 1. Yeah, he got into the grass there after hitting the curb there in turn 1, and it just kind of got the 1 out of sorts a little bit, like he didn't lose control, but way out of sorts as both drivers kind of bonsai turn 4 there, and uphill to the left-hander of turn 5, downhill to the right-hander of turn 6. Again, the two of the hardest turns in this game. I'm going to harp on that all night. It's just so difficult. At least for me it is. For others, it's probably not. For these two guys, it's obviously not. But it's patting away with this stage, it certainly appears, unless Hamilton has one more thing for his teammate here. But Hamilton did win stage 1, so this could be him helping out his teammate there in the 7. Keeping it neck and neck between these two, Hamilton thought about a move there in the carousel of turn 12. But off turn 13, it's going to be the 7 of Private Patton, finding the stage 2 victory.
Yep, and there you have it. There's the end of stage 2.
It is Hamilton that's going to finish up in the 2nd position. 3rd is going to go to Marini. 4th, Masopes. GTR Jacob goes 5th. Jose Protege is 6th. Terrell is 7th. Mopawa Cat 8th. WRX Mike falls to 9th. And 10th belongs to Chewy. Not sure what happened to WRX Mike there on that last lap.
I had 10th with Don't Want None. Chewy was 11th.
Okay, so they made a move there.
13th was Mills. 14th was Bad Guy. 15th was Mopawa Nuka. That's all I got it so far to 15th. I believe that's all I'm going to have results for.
Some strategy being played as the 16 of Monster Racing gets himself up to this first position. He'll restart alongside Private Patton. This is going to be interesting down here into turn 1. But it is Monster off with this race lead. But Patton, driving hard on that outside lane, is going to clear Monster for that first spot. As they go over the bumps down this big long straightaway into turn 2. Look at this view. The 6 of Mills gets way over. And the 16 is going to basically get bullied out of the right way, saying, hey, man, you know, we might be a little bit faster than you at this point in time. But Hamilton manages to get away with the lead. Patton takes that tough spot on the racetrack on that restart. Oh, Masopes gets into the 7. Big time contact. And we're wrecking big time in turn 4. Sorry, I was, I had gotten myself out of sorts there. Was trying to get a lap counter from Patton's stream and I clicked over to another stream by accident. But Hamilton and Patton back up into positions 1 and 2. Let's get back here towards the back. The 8 gives a shove to the 08, moving the 22 out of the way in the process. Man.
Yeah, these guys
It's
are
all
definitely
kicking
getting
off.
after it now.
Yeah, it's the third stage. I mean, you got to make the moves. Mike gets off track and wrecking on the straightaway. The 10 of, I believe that's Brink getting caught up. Let's get back here to this. Brink, I don't know if Mike just came across the racetrack not realizing Derek Cope was there. Excuse me, not Brink. The 10 of Derek Cope, not realizing that he was there. Coming back across the racetrack, spinning Cope there. Man, the 10 really sends it into turn 2 to get past the 18 of Robbie, but Robbie takes that simpler line. The 18 and 10 really going at it here. Man, the 54 bullies his teammate of Marini for position number, what is that? Is that position 4? Yes, it is. GTR.
Oh, Jacob
Has issues in that left-hander. And he gets sent by Terrell. Goodness me. It's all kicking off here in the third and final stage here. There is a gaggle of cars battling for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Oh, and Jacob and Cat have wrecked. Hard.
Oh, tough rig for those people, yeah. Damn.
Two fast cars. That part of the racetrack, the S's, that uphill left-hander down to that right-hander, 5 and 6. This is easily the hardest part of this racetrack. It is so difficult. It is so difficult to race those corners. Wow. I don't even know what I just watched, really.
Yeah, I'm right.
Believe the battle might be on for the lead. Yes, it is. Big battle for the lead. Patton, Hamilton. It's been this way all night. It's the 1 currently with the lead. The 7 right there on the tailgate of that 1. We will be making green flag pit stops here within the next 5, 6, maybe 7 laps, which that's a good ways away here. That's in the next third of this race, as we are on currently lap 27 of 40. Taking a peek there. But it's the 1 and the 7, as they have been all night, just going at it.
Jose got loose, was able to save it, but the 20 of Marini got by him. And he's going to have...
Chewy's had some issues, and he's gone off. Man, Braves is having mega issues here off the final corner as he gets passed by the 15 of Ken. Ken, a guy we've not really talked much about, as Chewy sends it to the inside of Cope, and he tried to send it on Ken, and it just didn't work out. Man, more issues for Jose. Man, turn 2. A huge bear for the 54 right now. He has had issues in turn 2 all night, as he's going to get passed by the 9 of Nuka now. Goodness.
Yeah, I'm riding around with
All
right
kicking
now.
off.
These boys are really getting it on out here. I mean, they're beating and banging. There's 5 cars in this group. It's quite entertaining.
We've had a change for the race lead. Patton has gone around the 1 of Hamilton for the race lead. These guys are just going at it, and now Patton has a little bit of trouble in turn 12, but he manages to gather it up, keep that race lead. Hamilton thought about a move there in turn 1, didn't quite work out. He backed out of it, thought, again, we're still really early in this race. There are 12 laps remaining. Man, he's going to beat his door down in turn 2, though. That didn't really work out for the 1.
No, he lost
the 7 did what he was supposed to do.
Yep, kind of pinched him down there, and he lost pretty much all his momentum there that he had on Patton.
Believe they were going for the same line, and it didn't work out.
So I'm riding around with Marini right now. He must be the third place car.
Yes, I'm catching him as the third place car.
Okay. He doesn't really have anybody around him, so he's just kind of out there making laps, but he's not really racing anybody. He's got clean around him. If he can put his good laps down, he should be able to make up some time there. As I see the first and second place cars go off into that turn one there.
Yeah, Marini's sitting there in third, but he's got a couple guys that are starting to reel him in. The 4 of Terrell de Phantom, the 22 of WRX Mike. Now, these two guys are on separate teams. Terrell on Venom Racing for Taddy's team, the 22 WRX Mike running for Chewy, but off the track, these two guys are great friends, so I know they put some time in practicing, and it's paying off. As Terrell is in position 4, Mike in position 5. Can they get up there and challenge Marini, who is one of the top road course racers over the past many years in Cobra? Can they get up there and challenge him for a podium spot?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
What it's going to take is no mistakes. Even in the least bit, they cannot afford any mistakes. And neither of these guys have podiums yet. Neither of them. They both have top 10s this year, but we have not seen them finish inside the top 3 just yet. So a lot on the line for these two. It is on between Bad Guy and Masopes. Holy moly, they were bodying each other through the S's and into the carousel. And here's Mopow, a cat, trying to come through here now.
Yeah, he's beating the rear bumper off that 8 car.
And here's Monster going to battle with Nuka, as Monster's going to hit the pit road wall on his way into pit road as Chewy goes off. Hamilton is trying his best to run down Patton, but he's finding it hard sledding. But I can say that we can expect pit stops within the next 2 to 3 laps.
Okay. Yeah, riding around with the number 18 of Robbie Racing, it's really surprising that he has struggled this much tonight. Now, I don't know if he's getting a little help with part of his struggles, or if he's just straight up having a hard time tonight. But yeah, he's back here with, I believe that's Mopow or Nuka there in front of him. But looks like he's trying, but it looks like he's getting loose off the corners bad. So he's always trying to catch his car after he makes a good turn.
I'm going to roll on board the next lap with the 22 of WRX Mike riding in position number 5, trying to run down his good friend Terrell for position number 4. But these two guys have consistently been running 4th and 5th for the last few laps here. But I am on board with that 22.
We've got 8 laps to go.
Rumor in the garage is that this 22 of WRX Mike is running a double duty tonight. His first cup start will be coming as he will be subbing for Wildcard Coyote in the 34.
So he gets his first
Later
call up
tonight in
here
the cup
tonight.
race.
Yeah. Excited to see. Excited to see.
And we saw him race a lot and race up front as well in the Taddy's Turkey Road Challenge back on Sunday night. And he said, race this to support Taddy, but also to show his captain, that is Chewy, and other captains what he can do. And look at this, he's already got his first call up tonight. But him and Terrell headed for pit road right now.
Yep.
Basically the whole field is on pit road.
Yeah, that's true on Sunday night with WRX Mike. I mean, running that benefit race. Yeah, he was up front. He was running with the Cup boys. I mean, like you said, yeah, it's a good show. You know, a good showing out, seeing what these guys, they prove to these guys that they belong. Sometimes it's unfortunate we don't have enough spots for everybody with our field size that we determine, but hey, if it's going to put 40 cars out there between the two series and every one of them are really strong contenders, you can't ask for much more than that in the league.
Your current race leader, the '08 of Masopes, and Bad Guy is in position number 2. Those two staying out a lap longer than the remainder of the field, who have already made it down and away from pit road. Pretty much still have some stragglers left on pit road. But Hamilton comes out, loses time to Patton. Crucially, see the 18 of Robbie Racing, the 19 of Don't Want None have also stayed out. Number of guys have stayed out.
So here we're into the part of where we most of the time we get stretched out here. So it takes a little bit to try to keep figuring out where guys are coming back out and who's where. So we'll do our best here to try to keep up with that by looking at some couple guys' streams. But this is the bad part about road courses, when we have green flag pit stops.
The '08 of Masopes, the 8 of Bad Guy, the two guys that had went a little bit longer are now on pit road, and back to the lead is the 7 of Patton. So we at least have a race leader. Now what about this 19? The 19 has made it down and away from pit road. The 18 as well. I believe everyone has pitted, although I am not sure if the 15 of Ken has pitted just yet. I'll have to get a check on that. No, I don't believe the 15 of Ken has pitted just yet. He is the one who has not pitted. See, he's got some contact there with his teammate in the 4 of Terrell DePhantom.
Yeah, and we could use a little bit of a reference point. Right now it's listed as Just Ken's running 5th, WRX Mike is 6th, Jose is 7th, Mills is 8th, and Home Power Cat is 9th. So if we can judge that off of our camera shots, I mean, at least we got a general idea where these guys are at.
So from what I'm reading and understanding, Just Ken is the only guy who has not pit yet, and he is he is in position 5, about to lose position 5 there to WRX Mike. We'll see how he battles him here as they work through the S's, as he's going to let Mike go in that outside lane. The next car he needs to worry about is that 54 of Jose, who is a little further back, and then Mills after that. Jose's going to work around him here as they enter the carousel. And I believe the 15 is going to head for pit lane. And that should be all for the services here tonight on the Xfinity side of things. Is the battle heating up for position number 2? Am I saying that right? Or is that a lap car? I believe that's the lap car of Monster there.
Yeah, I believe
that
he
is
just
behind
came up.
Hamilton.
When I just scrolled through, Clay, he was on pit road again, so I would say he's a lap down.
So where is this 20 of Marini? Where is he at for reference? He just left. Okay, so yeah, Marini is still in position 3. Let's see, Terrell, I believe, would still be in P4. Yeah, he's P4. Mike is P5. Jose is P6. But those guys have even lost time to Marini. So I think, really, barring a huge issue, your podium tonight is going to be Patton, Hamilton, and Marini. The 3 of the guys we expected to be the strongest tonight.
Right, they were the 3 of the few guys that for sure that we mentioned, and they'd be strong contenders here tonight. So, yeah, they haven't disappointed us at all. Yeah, Patton's
they are on lap 36 of 40, so 5 laps remain here from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. It's the Toledo, Ohio native of Private Patton holding the point now, looking for his second win of the season. He would be the first driver in all three divisions to score his second win of the season, having won recently at Auto Club in the second race of the season. The guy he beat in that Auto Club race, his teammate, the one of Hamilton, our pole sitter tonight. He won stage 1, Patton won stage 2, but it's Hamilton holding up in position number 2. The third place driver is a league veteran, one of the best road course racers that Cobra has seen over the years. The 20 of Marini is that third place car right now, looking to etch another podium at a road course here. I know he's looking for that win, but the two guys ahead of him, very, very strong at road courses. But Marini looking just as strong as always there for Gorilla Autosport, driving that number 20 Toyota. Behind them, a couple of newcomers to the league. The 4 of Terrell DePhantom in position number 4, looking, I believe, for his first top 5 of the season. Let me double check on that stat for you guys. For Terrell, this would be his first top 5 of the season. Should he get it done, it would also be his first top 10 for WRX Mike. They're in that 22 for Black Bear Racing. Let me get up to that 22 real quick. You see him there trying to hold off Jose for that 5th spot, but that is your current top 5 right now. The 7 of Patton, the 1 of Hamilton, the 20 of Marini, the 4 of Terrell, the 22 of WRX Mike. Your top 5 on track. There are 3 laps remaining here at Mid-Ohio, and Private Patton appears to be dancing away with this one.
Yeah, it looks like he, like I said, barring any mistakes or anything, I believe he's going to drive his way to a race victory here tonight. So, just trying to, I really don't know who to jump on for TV time, but everybody's pretty much all spread out. Looks like they're all running qualifying laps, so I just don't know where to put the camera on, but probably go back up front.
I'm looking at the 7th place car right now here for the next lap, maybe lap and a half before I switch over for the final lap. But I'm on the 6 of Mills. We are going to see him in the Cup race tonight, and he might be a guy to watch in the Cup race. He'll be making his first Cup start. Another rookie here in the Cobra E-Racing Series, that being Mills, has yet to find victory lane, and I don't believe, let's see.
Oh, Jose.
He does have a top 5, Mills does, so this would be a top 5 if he can go up there and steal it away from Mike. But now he's looking for 6th there on Jose.
Jose almost looped it, but he saved it. But yeah, he lost all the time he had on Mills is gone.
Mills, of course, I do believe got a podium at Auto Club, because I do not remember interviewing him, which would have been Auto Club, because I raced that race, so that would have been where that would have taken place. So Mills looking to etch another top 10. This would be his 3rd top 10 of the season. Great look for Mills. Guy we haven't really talked much about here, Butters.
No, I mean, he's just quietly, he just quietly races. I know he had quite a little bit of nothing bad, just quite a bit of good talk when he joined the league as being one of the power guys coming in. So yeah, it looks like it's just another guy that kind of just quietly gets the business done. And like you said, he's always finishing them top 3, top 5, and he's right there in points. So yeah, he's just one of those quiet guys. You don't hear much of him on Discord or anything. So.
But off the final corner, Private Patton is going to take the white flag here at Mid-Ohio. He's going to work the left-hander of turn 1 here down this big, long straightaway for the final time, as he's going to be hard on the brakes entering turn 2. Not really taking it easy. I don't know why he's not. He's got a gigantic lead on everyone. A lap car of Don't Want None there behind him. But he's going to work down here, kind of work this little kink, I guess you could call it, here for turn 3 into the heavy braking zone of turn 4 for the final time. He has to execute this hard left-hander, uphill left-hander of turn 5, the hardest turn on this racetrack. He gets through that. Now downhill to the right-hander of turn 6, working his way, hugging the curb there. It's a great turn. Left hand uphill to the S's in turn 7. There's turn 8, going into the right-hander of turn 9 for the final time. It's a great run down that. Straight away into Thunder Valley for turn 10, and now to the left-hander of turn 11. He's about to enter the carousel for the final time, and into the carousel of turn number 12. He's going to come off the left-hander of turn 13, winning at his home racetrack. It's the 7 of Private Patton going to victory lane. It is the 1 of Hamilton that is going to come in for P2. P3 is going to go to the 20 of Marini. He's going to work his way off this final left-hander. He is going to come home in position number 3. It's going to be the 4 of Terrell DePhantom coming in 4th. And 5th, I do believe, is going to be WRX Mike. Couldn't get there, but I do believe Mike will come home with P5. Yes, he will. It's going to be 6th going to Jose. 7th will go to Mills. 8th is going to go to Masopes. Mopowa Cat is 9th. GTR Jacob rounds out the top 10.
So yeah, congratulations to your winner, number 7 of Private Patton. Also, another win for Team Litsum.
Litsum wins another one. This is their 3rd win of the year. No, their 2nd win of the year. Patton has both wins for Litsum.
So overall, in all, there was no too much boring time, Clay. We kind of called it at the beginning of the race. So we're going to have some action here tonight, and there was good battles throughout the whole field.
Bad Guy takes 11th, 12th to Mopowa Nuka, 13th to Robbie Racing, 14th is Chewy, 15th is Just Ken, 16th Cope, 17th Don't Want None, 18th is Brink, 19th to Monster Racing.
So yeah, it looks like we're going to be looking for Private Patton, Hamilton, and Marini for interviews. Most of it was good. I think those guys all know the drill. I'm sure Clay is going to be sending out messages to remind them. But looking forward here to see. We should be expecting to see those 3 guys join us here in the booth.
The fastest lap of the race goes to Private Patton. Hamilton 2nd fastest, surprise, surprise. 3rd fastest, Jose Protege. 4th quickest, Terrell DePhantom. 5th quickest, Mopowa Cat.
We got one of our podium guys in. We're waiting on our 2nd and 3rd place, I believe.
Yep, waiting on 2nd and 3rd.
I will let you know that 2nd place will be skipping their interview. Just because he had something come up.
Oh. Good enough, fair enough. Thanks for letting us know. We'll see if Marini ends up joining. Otherwise, we're going to have one solo interview here.
Well, let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
Now, I've never heard him talk before, so I don't know if he's 10 or 100 or somewhere there in between. But I'm going to be curious to hear what Private Patton sounds like. I've never talked to him before. But anyways, no, I'm just joking. Patton, good to talk to you, sir. It's almost like you talked to me in my win the other day in your league. But you did. But you're in victory lane here. You know what? This is a home win for you. I referenced your hometown of Toledo, Ohio, on the broadcast numerous times. How does it feel to win at your home racetrack for your second career win in the Cobra E Racing Series?
Honestly, it feels pretty good. We were in the team chat talking about just the overall strategy for the race. You know, stage one, stage two, pretty straightforward. You had to save like about half a lap, like a quarter of a lap, honestly, and then you were good to go. Hamilton and I were really strong, so I wanted to start off by saying shout out to him. Unfortunately for him, he won't be joining this interview because he is something came up. However, just shout out to him. Excellent job by Hamilton and the entire Litsum crew. 1, 2, 11, and 12. To actually answer your question, it feels great. I have won at this track before, not obviously in this league. I'm brand new to this league, but I've won at this track at plenty other times, both single and off, or online and offline. And I think, honestly, to get a hometown win is very much, especially at a road course. It's tricky to get, but when you have it, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, man. It really seemed like the biggest thing to worry about, even in the slightest tonight, for you and your teammate Hamilton there was the restarts. Those restarts were crazy into turn one, and then, of course, the hard braking zone of turn two, and even down into turn four a little bit, that hard braking zone as well. Tell me a little bit about the restarts, how you felt on those restarts, because it looked like you got through there pretty good.
Honestly, Hamilton got through the best out of all of them. I was super nervous every single time. Because, first, I thought for the longest time, I literally learned like 2 hours before the race that we didn't actually have yellows on. So I actually had no idea. So I was expecting a lot of like in-game yellows. And restarts are always the bane of my existence. It's honestly how I probably, well, no, it's not probably. I lost last race at Phoenix. Late race, string of yellows just did not go my way. The turns 1 and 2 chaos is always expected at a road course. We joke about it. We all expect it. We all think that, it won't happen this time, and it always does. Turn 2, definitely super, super rough. But with the one in myself, just staying up front and just kind of just powering through, basically giving no holds barred, no saving involved. Because as soon as we cleared that gap, everyone else was just straight up like killing each other. So that just allowed us to get away. So I was super happy that Hamilton and I, great minds think alike, and we had the same idea. Well, it was also the fact that we were talking to each other, so it's kind of a moot point now that I think about it. That we were literally saying, let's just get away from this and just start saving after. So, restarts, was so happy to stay clear of that. Did not want to go through any of what my teammates, Bad Guy and Nuka, were just absolutely chewed up and spit out. I do not envy being, like, restarting, like, P8, 9, 10, like, dead center of the pack, because it was a bloodbath.
Yeah. So you are the first driver league-wide across all three divisions to score their second win of the season. How do you feel about perhaps picking up a third win next week out in the cornfields in Iowa? That's where we're headed next week. How do you feel about that?
Well, Clay, I'm pretty sure you know how I feel about Iowa, so I'll just leave that as it is.
Well, it's a big win for you. Butters, do you have anything for our race winner in Private Patton?
Well, I'm just going to say pretty much all I got to say is congratulations. You guys pretty much, with the conversation with Clay, pretty much described your whole night, so I really got nothing more to ask you. It's really good to be able to finally chat with you, Patton. I think this is the first time we've ever spoke words to each other. But, I just want to congratulate you on your win tonight and your second win in the league. And just going to plug out a little bit there that you are owner and CEO of MRL. So I just want to say it's glad to have you guys come over and raise some Cobra. And I know a few Cobra guys go raise MRL. So the more we intertwine these guys in this community, I think it's better for all. So yeah, I just want to say congratulations again, man.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Cobra has treated me well, and I hopefully I can make it like a second home for me.
Perfect. That's a nothing more we'd like to see.
So you've heard from our race winner, of course, our second place finisher of Hamilton. If you're just tuning in, will not be joining us tonight. He had something come up there at the end of the race, but he was our second place finisher in the number 1 Chevrolet. Now to our third place finisher. It is the 20 of Marini. Pal, you know, you're known as one of the strongest road course racers in this league, and you showed it again tonight. I know it's not a win, but it is a podium. You look just as strong as ever. You were a little bit more in those restarts compared to the top 2 here, so I don't know, I guess tell me about those restarts and kind of, because that's kind of where the chaos kicked off, so just tell me about it.
Oh, I was just trying to get through the restarts, just trying to give enough room in front so when you do get slammed from behind, because you know what's coming, that you're not going to totally wreck everybody in front of you. And then once you kind of get away, you can just kind of pace yourself. And I had nothing for those 2 in front of me. I guess I got to get a lot better to even compete with those guys. So we'll see what we can do.
Well, it kind of seemed like a tough night for Gas, but you kind of pulled through there at the end and still score a podium. How do you feel moving forward looking ahead to Iowa?
Iowa's probably my worst track. That's the one track that I am not looking forward to. So I'm going to put in a lot of work and see if I can figure something out.
Yeah, and you know, you missed last week. You missed a couple weeks ago at Phoenix. The week before that, you had arguably the worst luck ever at Auto Club. But before that, you won the season opener at Daytona. It's been a very eventful year for you so far. You go from first to basically last at Auto Club to missing Phoenix, and now you're back in the podium. Is this the momentum that you think you need moving forward?
I hope so. I really hope so. But we'll see how it goes. We take it track by track and see what we can do.
Butters, you got anything for our third place finisher of Marini before we close things out?
Yeah, congratulations again, Marini. I'm really excited to see when guys like you can get up there and make podiums and make a run. You know, you're representing us old guys and you're doing it well. And to be able to beat 2/3 of these young bucks out here that race, you know, keep digging, buddy. You're making us old guys feel good. So, but hey, glad you're around. I know that you've been kind of racing a lot of double duty this year so far, and are you looking forward? Are you going to keep doing that more with Picola, or is he going to pretty much settle you into a certain series eventually? I mean, you don't have to tell your whole secrets, but I know you've been racing a lot. I know you've been racing a lot of double duty so far this year. So, but yeah, you don't have to say anything that's all behind closed doors. But like I said, man, congratulations again, driving that thing up there to that third place win.
Thank you very much. Try my best. I try my best.
You got her, buddy. That's all you can ask for.
So you just heard from our third place finisher of Marini. Again, congrats to our winner, Private Patton. Congrats to Hamilton finishing second. Marini, congrats to you on your third place finish. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end my stream, and Butters, you can close out yours.
Yeah, so everybody just, like I said, like every week here, we'll be coming back here in the next 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so. Pretty much 15 minutes, you'll get me and Clay here back in the broadcast booth. So we bring the Cup guys, the Cup guy race here from Mid-Ohio. So look out, stay tuned, guys. This is going to be a barn burner also. So till then, like I said, we're going to take about a 15-minute break, and we'll be back. So till then, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit, and get yourself something to drink and enjoy the next race.